You're watching TelecomTV's exclusive video coverage of the MEF annual members meeting from Vancouver. And I'm joined now by Alessandro Talotta, who is Chairman and CEO of Telecom Italia Sparkle. Alessandro, thank you for talking with TelecomTV. First question for you, what are the main challenges that the MEF and its members now have to address?
Yeah, I think challenges for MEF, it's very hard today. Market is changing. Operators are trying to find out what is really their strategic line. And MEF, I think, can contribute. MEF is not only contributing because it's giving a map on the technology side, but also because it's trying to understand the market evolution. Marketing and services will be determinant to understand what would be the new technology environment. So the MEF challenge is also to be part of the system and contributing, influencing in a positive way the market.
Now we hear a lot about the role of services and orchestrated services. What is the MEF's Lifecycle services orchestration?
Yeah, Lifecycle orchestration is a very important concept. I think it's a model. And this model is also an organizational model that the operators and the carriers are following. We see the evolution that is mostly related to the determinant introduction of software in the network elements. And so we have a convergence coming from OSS and BSS. So the network control and the business management system will cooperate. So the convergence is one of the key factors that habilitate LSO.
And this all fits with the other industry trend of moving towards software-defined networking, SDN.
Exactly, the pillars. The LSO is a combination of SDN and FAV and then wide WAN networks. I think that at the end, what has to be clear is what the customer is really, what the customer really wants. We are designing our organization. We are supporting our engineer. We are supporting our processes to answer, to accept all the requests coming from the market, from the customers. I think it would be more dynamically.
And this fits as well with Carrier Ethernet 2.0?
Yes, this is a certification. This is something that we need to apply because when different networks work together, they have to interlocate with the same language. And so certification means interoperability.
And the other thing we're learning here at the MEF members meeting is the third network.
Yes.
What exactly is the third network?
Third network is the way how we see the entire network. It's not only related with the networks of the operators, but it's related to the networks that habilitate the service. So all the different networks are a combination of functionalities that has to work in an end-to-end environment. So the allocation of the bandwidth is dynamic, and the customer can select. They don't care if you are using 2, 3, 4 networks. That's why third networks concept.
So a lot of the emphasis is all about placing on the customer and the customer's need, and this is why service providers need to be aware of dynamic service provision.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Bandwidth on demand is an example. A network as a service is an example. The most important concept is that we are organizing our company exploiting the concept of customer experience. And we are centric in this way. Now customers are really demanding something that is not like we had in the previous year, and from a model that is more static, it's more dynamic. So we need to be sure that at the end the allocation of the bandwidth will be dynamic.
And how is all this relevant to the wholesale market specifically?
Wholesale is an intermediation. It is mostly related to how the networks can work and how the services can be implemented. But at the end, wholesale strategic development is mostly related to the quality of the services. So it's one customer is asking for more quality, and the wholesale market has to answer to this question. Wholesale is also something that is related to the development of the services on the market. If we will look at the contribution of all the services that are allocated in the cloud, this is one of the examples. So we are working hard for that.
We get together again in November in Dallas for the Gen 15 event. More people at Gen 15 than ever before. What do you think are the main discussion points and issues that are going to be raised and talked about there?
Yeah, I think that we are defining most of the topics that has to be discussed in Dallas. I think that one of the key points would be the technology gap. How MEF has to cover this technology gap, how the demand is influencing technology. And I think we will see something that is more vertically integrated, demand, market, and technology.
So I'm interested, the technology gap. Gap between what? Where is this gap?
Yeah, gap is when you are programming and planning a network, you are not, and then you are not integrating the services, for example, or you are not integrating the main services that can be part of the value of the market. So technology and marketing and market has to go on the same way.
Alessandro Talotta, thank you very much indeed.